over here. Y'all broke commandment number 1. Matter of fact, hold that and give me commandment number 1. Y'all broke commandment number 1. That's why y'all are on these reservations now. That's why blacks and Hispanics, even though we dwell together, we still in the ghettos together. You understand? Watch this. Give me commandment number 1. Read.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2. Verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
You see that? You ever seen that movie Apocalypto? I know you seen it.
Oh yeah.
You saw how they was chopping them heads off to the sun god and stuff?
Oh yeah.
Guess what? Guess what the result of that is?
What's that?
Look around.
Right.
Look around. This is the result of that. This is a direct result of them doing what? Come on.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
So the God who made heaven and earth wasn't good enough. They wanted a sun god. They wanted a rain god. They wanted a butterfly god. Whatever the hell it was. It's all idolatry. So now we got to deal with the mess. Our ancestors left us with a bill that has been hell to pay. But guess what? The Most High is raising his prophets up right now to give you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans hope and the truth that guess what? We're going to be restored to our rightful place, which is the leaders and rulers of this planet.
That's right.
Read. What you want, officer?
Israelites, right?
Yes, sir.
Issachar,
He Issachar.
Manasseh.
And he Manasseh. So you Issachar and you Manasseh, right? Y'all looked over there? Yeah. And he Gad over here. All northern kingdom. Do y'all even know how y'all came over here? We're going to show you real quick. Give me that. 2nd Ezra 13. Because guess what? Everything about our lives has already been documented.
Oh, no, I'm just reading this. This man is...
Yeah. Show me where you at right there. What's your name, bro?
Tribe of Judah.
Oh, that's you?
The tribe of Judah.
That's
Israelite.
Guess what?
My woman pulled me up on my brothers.
That's the same tribe that Christ came from. But you know he black, right? Y'all know Christ's black, right?
Definitely.
Okay, I'm gonna show you, but let me show you how you got here though. How your ancestors got over here. Read.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13 and verse 40.
Give me answering. Give me answering. Read. Read. Come on.
Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land.
So the nation of Israel was split in two. You got the southern kingdom tribes, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. All the other tribes below that make up the northern kingdom.
Right.
So when you hear about the 10 tribes, that's who they talking about. We talking about Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, Dominicans, Native Americans, Cubans, everybody under there, all right? Read.
In the time of Uzziah the king, whom Salmanasar, the king of Assyria led away captive, and he carried them over the waters.
Watch this. Now here we go. Now we're going to show you exactly the route that your ancestors took to get here. He said he carried them over the water.
And so they came into another land, but they took this counsel amongst themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen.
Why did they leave the heathen?
And go forth into a further country.
At this time right here, this area over here was a further country. Your ancestors are coming from this area here around Israel. You understand that? Because that's where we from. Read.
Where never mankind dwelt.
Guess what? No man ever lived in what's now called North and South America until your ancestors came over here and discovered it.
That's right.
Christopher Columbus discovered a damn thing.
That's right.
He discovered Israelite civilizations all over here. Why you think it's in Guatemala and Belize? It's pyramids all over the place. Because your ancestors knew how to build them from when we were slaves in Egypt.
That's right.
Read.
That they might there keep their statutes.
So we came over here to keep the laws of God, to keep the fringes on our clothes, to keep a beard on our face if we can grow it, to marry one wife. Read.
Which they never kept in their own land.
Because we never kept it in our own land because we were in slavery under these other nations. Read.
And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow passages of the river.
Now he's going to give you the route. We did what?
For the Most High then.
Read that again, bro. Come on.
And they entered into Euphrates
right here
by the narrow passages of the river. For the Most High then showed signs for them.
Because guess what? They took this route. You see this trade route right here? Yeah. Right through this area right here is very treacherous water. There's a lot of sunken ships in that area because the current is too great. But guess what? The Most High made still the flood. Watch this.
And held still the flood till they were passed over.
He made the waters calm down. He told them, hey, let my people get across. Then when they go, tell their asses out, whoever come behind them. Read.
For through that country there was a great way to go.
Now he's telling you how long it took.
Namely, of a year and a half.
It took a whole year and a half. Focus. We can't do nothing about that. It took a whole year and a half for them to get over here. Read.
And the same region is called Arsarit.
The same region is called what?
Arsarit.
The same region is called what?
Arsarit.
Somebody give me Arsarit. Give me Arsarit. Read. Let's see what Arsarit. What up, bro? Hey. No. We ain't got no spirit of fear over here. This is of the Lord out here. Y'all brothers understand that? While y'all out here, y'all protected under here right now. While you with the prophets.
That's right.
We gotta be scared of a damn thing out here. Read.
Arsarit, the name of the land beyond the great river, far away from the habitation of man, in which the 10 tribes of Israel will dwell, observing the laws of Moses.
You see that? The 10 tribes, the Cubans, and where you from? Where you from? Mexico. The Cubans and the Mexicans came to this land and did what? Come on.
Observing the laws of Moses until the time of the restoration.
We're in the restoration right now. We're restoring God's people on this planet. So all this craziness and all this stuff going on, we don't give a damn about that. We give a damn about you, and you. That's who we're worried about right now. Read.
Columbus identified America.
He identified where?
America.
What's the name of the land?
Arsarit.
The name of the land is what?
Arsarit.
We read in the Bible that it's what?
Arsarit.
And Arsarit is what?
America.
Oh my God. We just read that out the Bible. But they say this is a white man's book. Boy, ain't no way. You know why this ain't no white man's book? I'm going to show you right now. Hey, what Jesus Christ look like? He black or white? Nah, I want Revelation 1. I want Revelation 1. Let's get to it.
That's right.
We talking about black excellence today. Everybody talking about black excellence, but this Bible is black excellence. Read.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
Because guess what? Jesus Christ, that's our Lord and Savior. That's our big homie right there.
That's right.
Read.
Which God gave unto him to show unto his servants the things which must shortly come to pass.
Read.
And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John.
Read.
Verse.
Read.
Who bear record of
Who did what?
Who bear record.
You know what a record is? You gotta write it down.
No.
You got a record.
Document.
It's documented.
Okay.
Let's find out what's documented. But give me verse 3.
Verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth.
Blessed is he that readeth, not your damn pastor, poke Chinese pastor in the pulpit telling you lies. Because he pushed that foolishness right there.
Yeah, you got it, brother.
But guess what? God, your brothers, God's prophets are back on the earth. We're going to give you the truth according to what the Bible says. Give me verse 11.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 11. Saying, I am Alpha.
Verse 10.
Verse 10. I was in the Spirit on the Lord's day.
Today is the Lord's day. It's the Sabbath day. Read.
And heard behind me a great voice, as of a trumpet.
The voice was loud as hell. Read.
Saying, I am Alpha and Omega, the first and the last.
Watch this.
And what thou
He
seest,
said, what you see with your own eyes,
write in a book.
bear record of it. Let's get the record. Verse 14.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Hold on. Read that again.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Christ had white, woolly hair. He didn't have blonde hair. First of all, blonde hair is a plague according to Leviticus 13 and 30.
Right.
That's unclean.
That's
When
right.
you see our sisters wearing that doggone blonde hair in their head,
Yeah.
they are unclean.
My brother, yeah.
Read.
Yeah.
And they look crazy as
Yeah.
hell. When you ever see white women around here walking around with fake afros on their head? Unless they making fun of you. When? Boy, ain't no way, boy. Read.
His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow.
Right.
And his eyes were a flame of fire.
Let me ask you a question. What's your name, bro? Fred. Let me ask you a question. You drink a little bit? Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No,
You
back
get a
in
little
the day,
sip.
I did. Back in the day, I did. I'm up too old for all
Okay, understood. But like when you drink, what happened to the whites of your eyes?
It gets red.
Read it again.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Because Christ was a brother just like us. Give me Genesis 49. I'm going to prove it to you.
Oh, I believe you.
Because guess what? Moses prophesied about Christ all the way in Genesis. This whole book is about Christ.
That's
from the
right.
beginning to the end.
That's
It's
right.
about the Israelites from the beginning to the end. Read.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 49 and verse 12.
Yeah.
His eyes shall be red with wine.
Just like you when you used to get a little sip on. Now go back to Revelation. It's the same thing. He telling you, hey, I'm just like y'all. I was an actual man that walked the earth. So when
Right.
people say, oh, well, he was olive color. Well, Negro, you got a black olive, a green olive, and a red olive. I ain't get no white out of none of that. I ain't get that out of not now one of that.
Devil.
Not now one of that. And they say, well, he didn't have a color. Then how the hell he walking? How he get crucified? He like Casper? He translucent? Read.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Because he drank wine.
And his feet.
Oh, snap. Here we go.
Brass.
We looked at his feet because they had Air sandals back then. You know what I'm saying? They had them John 9s back then, right? So he looking at Christ's feet. Read.
And his feet were feet like unto fine brass.
What color is brass?
Dark. Not white.
Well, but guess what? I mean, you look pretty brassy right now.
Thank you.
If I threw a penny up right there on your elbow, it might disappear because it's like the same color, right? Read it again.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
How dark was the brass?
As if they burned in a furnace.
Guess what? Christ was bliggity black.
That's right.
He was bliggity black.
Yes, amen. That's not him.
That ain't him right there.
My brothers, I love you.
All praise. You got you a flyer. Let me show you something.
Yeah.
Hey, Shalom Israel, Most High in Christ bless you. Hey, it's that time again. We need you to subscribe to the IUIC Phoenix YouTube page, all right? So make sure you go ahead and subscribe right now. We need your help. Shalom.
power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.